Hari Om Tat Sat. Good morning to everyone. Today I have had the pleasure to welcome all the delegates here to the international conference and our distinguished guest, Chief Guest, Guest of Honor, Professor T. Mangaleswaran, Vice Chancellor of Vavuniya University, Sri Lanka, on dais, Professor Hilge, former Director of CSIBER, on the dais, Chartered Accountant C.H.R. Sinde, Trustee member on the dais, the delegates, the participants, the presenters, the researchers, and international presenters and keynote address persons to this conference, and my dearest students over here who are volunteering for this conference. I thank to all my colleagues, members of CSIBER family, including the principal of the Women's College, principal of the schools in the campus, for making this conference successful. I welcome everyone to this conference. Thank you very much. Known as Bharat. Then it was named with two other names in between, which just vanished out within a century, because Sinhapura for some time was given the name to this island. Then it was given another name. Then later on it came Sinhala, Singhala Deepa. From Singhala Deepa it migrated to Ceylon by the Europeans, who can't spell the right name. Like we were unspelled, damagedly spelled, called India. Look at the tusk and the magnificent spaces of the temple. Now coming to these two great people. One is Princess Hemamala and Prince Dantakumara. Both took the tooth from a fortified township of Kalinga called Sisupalagada, now the present day Bhubaneswar, which used to be one of the prominent fortified city and the bastion of the army which fought against the Mauryans.
Today in this conference inaugural, I want to address this based on your main theme of the research. I want to address about this global business and the technology. It's globalization, it's not a new terminology, but it's a popular present. Even this word globalization, it more than 100 years, about 1930, they have given the name globalization. But it's a popular present. It's since 1990. Even the before globalization, even that closed economy, or this later this open economy, or even in our country open economy in 1977, in India 1990 maybe open economy with the restriction or the liberalization of the economy. At present, we like or not, at present it's a globalization concept accepted everyone in the worldwide. Without globalization, we can't live or we can't fulfill our needs of the, in any needs. If we want to fulfill that globalization, we, whether like or not, we have to accept there are a lot of challenges. We have to overcome those challenges. So there are a lot of definition what is globalization. Here I gave a definition, exchange of goods, services or capital, technology, and the knowledge, especially knowledge at present. It's earning money to knowledge transfer to international borders. At present, advancement of technology from anywhere, we can transfer the knowledge. No need go another country. The internet, we can work from here. It's even India also popular in that BPO industry or the call center business. From here, India, you can earn the money from anywhere in the world. Here it's popular in 20th century. Here International Monetary Fund, IMF, identify their basic aspects for the globalization, especially trade transaction and the capital and investment movements and the migration, the people, and movement of the people, and dissemination of knowledge. It's popular that present dissemination of knowledge. Here that a lot of academic researchers conduct the research, and they give a definition. This globalization is commonly three areas they have identified. One is economic globalization, cultural globalization, and the political globalization. Even culture is very popular at present, as well as political globalization. The future of global, how will be the future of global business environment is based on the changing advancement of technology. That's why I think this conference theme is a very useful and excellent good theme, because we talk about this future, how its technology affect the global business or the international business. Even that McDonald's seen as a symbol of globalization. Even all the country, they have a franchises, or they have opened a business in a different country and maintaining the same standard at this McDonald's. But it's a challenge maybe in India, that mostly Indian prefer their Indian meals. It's a challenge. But however, they have adapt or change these IT companies. They are very busy. They don't have time to prepare the meals at home. They are having the meals at the McDonald's or similar restaurant. At the same time, even Indian restaurant also all over the world, even Saravana Bhavan or Vishnu Bhavan, they have this Middle East country, or USA, they have. At the same, it's also through the globalization, they have reached anywhere you can have Indian meals because of the globalization, free trade, or allow the businesses anywhere in the world accepted. Even previous there are prevention, even they can't start the business, they can't run the business because it's a challenge for a language or culture. There are a lot of challenge. Now these present human resource also developed or adapt that advancement of this knowledge and attitude, behavior, culture we have adapted. That's why we can have a business internationally. Okay, then here another definition, open borders that and the technology in economics of scales through that technology as well as open border economy of scales, it's a challenge. Many nations, especially the challenges for less advanced countries, because of the open borders and the technology, that whoever the richest country or the facilities, they can capitalize that facilities. At the same time, it's a challenge for a developing country or challenge for less advanced countries. Here it's especially the power and influence gained by the companies, connect the technology and the cross-border trade, influence the political leaders in the many nations, that they are also influenced in the sometime USA influence that global business because based of their power and their authority influencing the worldwide business. However, it's other countries to challenge, overcome those power and authority. Here in the address, I want to brief this present organization. It is also important to overcome those challenges. I feel in most of the private sectors, they have now in the contemporary organization. In our Sri Lankan context, most of the private sector. But in the public sector organization, still in the that it is in the right side at the contemporary organization, and the left side is the traditional organization. Here this still in public sector in traditional, but in the private sector in contemporary, or the entrepreneurs are in the contemporary. I think you can understand that traditional organization still the stable, the rules, regulation, they are stable. These present contemporary, the present organization is a dynamic, as well as this traditional organization still inflexible. These contemporary organizations are flexible. These traditional organization mainly focus job, but this present organization mainly focus skill. They are giving more weightage for a skill that works. Define that traditional organization by job position, they are still maintaining their position, and based on that they are working by present organization define terms of tasks to be done, that what are the tasks assigned, whether they have achieved, then it's a promotion, and that they are giving the awards. Then traditional organization, permanent job, but this still public sector organization in our country, the permanent job, they prefer these, or most of the youngsters prefer still the public sector employment, especially university graduates or whoever follow the university, they want to join the government or public sector organization because it's a permanent job they feel. They have 100% job security in our country joining the government organization. The Western countries, or the developed countries, it's for a 6-month or 1-year job or 3-month job. They can't have a permanent, but in Japan, it's the lifetime employment. When they join the organization, till retirement, they can serve in the organization. They are very loyal to the organization. But I feel that as a HR person, it's a permanent job is a challenge for as a head of the institution or running the business. After getting the job, they are not for home. But in the contract employment, they are performing well. Even temporary assignment, they are performing well. I feel it's better we have to adopt this model, even this globalization also, if we want to succeed. Otherwise, the success of the organization depend on the human resource. Whatever the facilities we can get overnight, the advancement of technology or the machinery can get, but it's very difficult to get the competent people. But they join as a permanent job, they are not competent. After that, they are I can tell as a human, they are not human resources. Till joining the permanent job, maybe they show that as a human resource. After that, they are not human resources in the organization. It's a challenge for a organization, especially as a head of the institution. I face difficulty to manage those people. Here that it's this one, this is a command oriented. This traditional organ is still the bureaucratic. They are only command or the hard version. But presently we can tell soft version. But in some public sector organization, we are practicing soft version. It's difficult to get things from the people. Then we have to be hard version. That means till we have to have a traditional organization, some government institutions. Here these involvement oriented present organization, the contemporary organization involvement, they are involved this activity, that is we expect. Even no need to command the people, we can adopt the soft management. Previous or the traditional organization managers always make decision that they have authority, they don't allow this participatory approach. At present organization, participative decision making, that we even sometime that subordinates may know a lot of things than the superior. Sometime in your home also, your children with this advancement and technology, they know very well, but we have to listen. If you are not listening, then we may fail. Similar that they have a different idea, different experience, different knowledge, then we have to get those. That's why present organization, the decision making, we invite the employees' participation. And traditional organization, homogeneous workforce, I think same people, same district, same village or same state people are working. At present organization is a diverse workforce. That is a better. The different ethnicity, culture, religion, different language, we can have different inputs to the organization. I think that's a good through this present organization, diverse workforce. Then a hierarchical relationship that I already mentioned, that especially bureaucratic this management, they are follow this hierarchical channel of communication. At present organization, lateral and network relationships. I think network, anyone can communicate with any person, then we can achieve those things or perform the task according to the schedule. And that traditional organization work days define 9 to 5 or 8 to 4. At present organization work day have no time boundaries. Even now it's COVID-19 gave opportunity people that employees can work from their home anytime they be ready to work. Even the traditional organization, still people are coming to the organization in the morning and evening. Some employees, even our country, we are giving that executive level communication allowance also, telephone allowance, mobile phone and landline. After office hours, when top people are giving call, they may tell it's my time. My time mean after 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock, they feel it's their time. It's a traditional organization. There are people are still traditional thinking. How can get things from those people? It is a challenge for head of the institution. Here that present day work days, no time boundaries. That means 24 hours they are ready to work. Then only we can succeed. Then work at the organization facility during specific, yeah, that's why work anywhere in the any time. It's a present concept from this. Even everyone learned this. COVID gave a good lesson for we can work anywhere in the any place, any time. At present, the organizations are contemporary. Then only we can succeed. We can overcome these global challenges. Here that yeah, in my address, I want to brief about this global organizational performance. It's two important elements of the efficiency and effectiveness. It is also important to succeed or overcome this present global challenge. Especially efficiency means how that resources are used to achieve our goal, as well as effectiveness, how it's appropriateness of the goals and we are achieved, or what, how it's effective system in the organization. I think here this through that this matrix you can easily understand this efficiency and effectiveness. Here I think this present day we need high efficiency. Yeah, that high efficiency and high effectiveness. High efficiency and effectiveness, that managers use the right goals, that mean effectiveness, correct goals to pursue and make good use of resources to achieve these goals. We make the use of resource also, we are efficiently use the resources, result product that customers want to at a quality and price that they can afford. That means that high quality product, the low cost, that is a present concept, but it is a people are expecting whether possible can we get the quality product or service with the low price. It can, it possible. There are industries that they have a productivity. Even in Sri Lankan context, we learn even Indian product. Previously people used that motorbike Japan. All the people use motorbike. The market share Japan was higher, say about 20 years ago. Now when we study in Sri Lankan market share, Indian motorbikes captured the market because their qualities as well as the affordable price. When compare the price, these Indian motorbikes are cheapest. Sometimes Japan motorbike is 6 lakhs, 7 lakhs, but Indian motorbike they can buy 1 lakh. At the same time, this advancement of technology and quality and attract the younger generation. Even present motorbike fulfill the needs of the, it's called here two-wheeler. In Sri Lanka we call motorbike. That's a two-wheeler. It's a market share. Indian companies, especially Bajaj, Hero, Honda, it's captured the market because that concept, high efficiency and high effectiveness. Previously Japan mainly I think contributed a lot to the quality for a world, but they failed. They have a concept, lot of productivity, but they failed to achieve this present concept, high quality and the low cost. They are giving a high quality product, high price. That's why now this simply that another company or simply capture the market because of that high quality and the low cost. Here this efficiency and effectiveness is a maximum how we are using the resources, effectiveness, goal achievement. Finally, we are low resource wastage. That means We have minimized the wastage of resources, proper system, and especially we have a human resources skill and competent human resources. We can reduce the wastage and high goal attainment. It's a high effectiveness. Here the technology, and it's I'm going on the main area, the technology and the global business. At presently, that technology affect the global business. Even that introduction of advancement of technology, especially affect the unskilled people and the blue collar workers. They don't have an opportunity get the employment because of the advancement of technology. At presently, even that artificial intelligence, I think here experts are here, computer science and ICT engineers, that artificial intelligence and intelligent automation, that also especially affect the skill and the professional workers, because with the artificial intelligence and intelligent automation reduce that even skilled people. It's a present situation. Then human resources, so the youngsters, they have to learn more and how to handle these especially present needs of the software. Here especially these new technologies such as machine learning, it's especially recognition of unstructured data structure, support the better and more accurate decision making. We need the accurate decision making. Previously we have a lot of errors because of the manual or semi-manual. Now it's 100% automated. As a result, human work will change as a machine new capability. That means we are expecting at present human, even here students are here, the delegates, youngsters are here, that they expect a lot from the human resources than previously. Even you can compare your parents, your brothers, sisters, but they are old people. Sometimes they are not ready to adapt, but present generation, you have to adapt, then only we can survive or we can succeed. Especially the technology impact on the service sector, especially that eBay and Amazon and the Alibaba, this changes retail wholesale business sectors. It has entirely changed. Even you had experience in the COVID-19 that especially that we purchase most of the thing electronically. We can't mean the face-to-face wholesaler or the retailer. We order, we can get things. Even the meals also during the COVID time, that restaurants supplied meals home with all through the electronic. That's why here there is less demand for sometime the middleman or in the hotel waiter. There are unemployment, or they can't have an opportunity to getting the employment. Waiter in the hotel, no waiters, only the people that restaurant people are supplied the meals at home. That's a change. As a machine gain the ability to diagnose, presently it's, there is less demand for, that's why semi-skilled employees, even diagnosis, illnesses, and diagnose tests, and discovery, even analysis of the legal documents, reduce the need for skilled specialist labor in many services and provision sector that I already mentioned, because the diagnosis, even you yourself at your home, you can buy equipment, you can test your blood pressure, diabetes, everything from your home. No need to visit the doctor, no need between the consultant and the even patient. There are different levels of people. There is less opportunity for them. They can check from their home. And I want to continue this technology on the global business. The rapid development of the technology and all digital aspect create opportunity of innovation in the organization, especially advanced digital technologies are developed rapidly. They are impacting nearly every industry by changing the way of firms operate in the global economy. It's from the study 2016, Al-Kasher, and how the new challenges continue to emerge as technology further enables new techniques and the capability. Government and the society respond in order to adapt the global reality. Here that what are the challenges for adapting the new technology? I think technology available, but its adaptation is a very challenge. Here adapting new tech just because it's new. Sometimes they feel that it's new, that's why some are not ready to adapt. That they feel some are it's easy or convenient, they can use it. Not implement the right system and procedure in that adapting the technology, they are not follow the proper system. Failing to win staff over to the new technology because sometimes the staffs are reluctant to adapt or accept the technology in the organization. Then not training the staff adequately in utilize of the new technology. That is why even organization can adapt the technology, but getting the output, it's a challenge. That not monitoring the data. Here that future challenges for global business at presently, the present business landscape has changed over the past years with especially COVID-19 all across the globe, competing in the global marketplace. At present is societal, technological and political disruption also affect the global business. These technological drivers are accelerating the business landscape, especially the advancement of technology affect the business landscaping. Unpredicted technology revolution has been born from the pandemic, especially during the pandemic. Even before the pandemic, that organization or employees or people are not ready to adapt the technology, but this pandemic, it was a challenge. Everyone, like or not, they have adapted the technology. That's why this unpredicted technology revolution born from the pandemic situation, especially COVID, both small and big companies, they are using. At the same time, some people have lost the job, employment or lost the business because of this they have adapted the technology during the unpredicted situation. That work and social integration have been transformed overnight as a consequence of rapid digitalization. Presently, that digitalization, yeah, that work system and the social interaction have changed. Streaming and gaming and the virtual conference and e-commerce have all undergone unprecedented growth level. This, especially this e-commerce. Here I want to brief about these challenges in emerging challenge in e-commerce in our context, Sri Lankan context, especially that development of IT regime, transformation of traditional approach towards the digitalized regime. The e-commerce transaction are the steadily growing in the modern world. It's success with e-commerce. E-commerce in Sri Lanka is significant legal and regulatory challenge because still no framework, regulatory framework adapted. Still we are following some international, but it's a question whether can we adapt our country. Then it's a challenge, privacy and data protection and intermediary liability and security and consumer protection are unaddressed in the regulatory framework, and people make challenge practicing the e-commerce sometime in our country. Adapting international standard in the national context through the various pieces of legislation, flow of e-commerce that we have to adapt. We have to, under the legal framework, adapt the particular standard. Without adapting, when we are practicing, it's a challenge. It's from the one of the studies, Balendra Surya in 2022. And technology and future growth, how it's future with the technology innovation, especially give the productivity of the organization or the productivity growth. Technology affects the labor market, it's especially automation and digital advances are the shifting labor demand that I already mentioned, more sophisticated and analytical, technical, managerial skill we need. The human resources, we expect more sophisticated, analytical and technical and managerial skills. And the rising inequality because of the advancement of technology, favoring capital and high level skilled people have contributed to be a decline in labor share of income and to the increased wage inequality. Sometimes that one person is with the knowledge, high level of skill, he can earn the salary about 1 million. At the same time, Another person is without skill earn the money about 10,000 rupees. How it's inequality in income. That is why it's a requirement that everyone develop the skills. Here, especially artificial intelligence, AI and robotics, and presently we are talking on fourth industrial revolution. Especially fourth industrial revolution, it's through that technology. The globalization is going increasingly, increasingly digital. Transformation from analogs to presently fourth industrial revolution has been a term globalization 4. Globalization 4 mean this fourth industrial revolution and a digital revolution. Here at this keynote speech, I want to brief about this digitalization strategy and the future of global business. Especially the digitalization bring about the major changes in the global trade, so digital strategy will be indispensable. Even in India, the digitalization in 2015, all the public sector organization, government organization, the Prime Minister decided to digitalize through that give a quality service to the public or the community, as well as the digitalization get the global business. Here this crisis situation, especially COVID, so through good digital integration. With the digital integration, they have succeeded the business. Whoever they failed the business during the COVID, because of that, they are not ready to adapt this digitalization or automation. Here it's mainly this internet is a medium to allow us to connect globally. Here there are business communication through the digital channel using web or other media. It's a digitalized company can adapt much more quickly and better to change customer buying behavior anywhere in the world. From that, we can increase the sale of the organization or the business. Business can grow because of the digitalization. So going digital is a lot of benefits to the organization, new business opportunities, and more potential customers, speed up analysis and the decision making and efficient use of resources, and link with other companies, sell more internationally. We can sell our product or services internationally. Here digitalization strategy and the future of global business, especially automation. Now we are talking automated this our system from the manual to automation, time and avoid the failure in the especially supply chain management. Even that it was a challenge even COVID time or the crisis situation, supply chain management. That's why people face a problem getting the basic needs. Even that supply chain management also make easy through the digitalization. Here the advantage of automation, a strategic plan to help your company grow. When organizations have automation, they can have a good strategy, help the company grow, as well as improve the work process within the company. They can have a good process work method, increase the acquisition of the potential customers. There, through that automation, we can acquire the potential customers, and 24 hours, 7 days, automated sales. Previously, even banks, if you want to, about 30 years ago, withdrawal money or the deposit money, you had to go bank, even manual. You need the you have to allocate the day. Now it's everything, so deposit, withdrawal, even from your home you can transfer all the money through your smartphone. That's why it's a advantage of this automation or the technology. Digitalization facility obtain the international market, which translate into greater competitive advantage. The competitive advantage, especially same industry, their success depend on the competitive advantage. That means they are giving more value or more benefit to their consumers or the customer. It's called competitive advantage. We can get the competitive advantage also through the digitalization, especially strong online presence and automated facility to international relationship, and greater efficiency can be generated. At presently the digitalization or automation, we can have an international relationship. Here that digitalization, online marketing, automation, even eBay, and customer relationship management, higher conversion of new customers and advantage in relationship to business or business to consumer, B2B or B2C. Good data management, especially through the digital management, we can have a good data management, help to improve and offer the better products and services as well as competitive advantage. Here, automated work remotely, we can work anywhere through the automation and control tasks, relationship, anytime, anywhere in the world. That is the advantage of this automation, artificial intelligence and the machine learning help technology to adapt more prediction. Here it's there are a lot of challenge to the globalization and the advancement of technology. Here the challenges for managers in a global environment, especially rise of global organizing. At presently, all organizing, previously some organizing only, they can go global market or international market with that facility. Now with the advancement of technology, every organization, they called as the global organization or globalization. It's a challenge for managers how to manage this, compete with the global organization and how to get the competitive advantage, especially the competitive advantage we can get through the easily managing the human resources in an organization as well as advancement of technology. Ethical standard, that is a challenge for a business managers, maintaining the ethical standard, that's a requirement for a global business. And diverse workforce that I already mentioned that it's challenges for a managers. They are different, diverse workforce mean different language, different culture. Then managers develop that knowledge, skills, ability, handle the diverse workforce. And utilize information technology or technology, that is also a challenge for managers, use that advancement of technology. And global crisis management, even disaster, or even COVID or some global crisis management also challenge for managers. Other challenges for managers in the global environment or the global business, language barrier that I already mentioned, cultural differences, and even currency exchange, inflation rate, and foreign politics and policy and relations. Yeah, there are some tips for managing the global business challenge, even not only global managers, even managers or even your success, personal or career success also, when you adapt these tips or this management terminology, you can succeed your career as well as succeed the global business also. First on the communication, we are well in the language other than our mother language or international language or top 10 language in the world. When we have, then we can have simply succeed the business. Then align to the purpose, our organization purpose, as well as what is our customer expectation, we have to fulfill. It's aligned to the purpose. Then access to the technology, everyone learn the technology. Here also I have noticed even MCA program, it's an opportunity for study everyone the computer science after even their first degree. And another one is research. It's very, very important. It's even a success of the region or the nation or the country. It's especially the research. Even that international global business also, research is important. Even we are consuming foreign products, but that they are producing what our needs, our expectation based on the research. Even we can't limit the research within our context. We think about our research in the globally, then only we can sell our product or services globally. The research is very important for managers or the organization. Then continuous learning or lifelong learning, till our end of life we have to learn. That is a very, very important for a success of the organization. And smart work, nowadays we have all smart instrument or the equipment we have, but it's a question whether how many people are smart workers. That everyone, the children school, who are going kindergarten to university, they are always talking smart. Smart only they are talking equipment, smart equipments, but not in the smart work. It's expected smart work, then only we can succeed. Then another one is important, the tolerance. That is also important for managers or the human. Tolerate, then only succeed. If they can't tolerate, they can't achieve their vision. Then out of box thinking, that's also very important for a success or innovation. This is an ethical awareness that I already told, that ethics very important for a human and for a success of the business. Collaborative relationship, even collaboration with the other industry organization. Even industries want to collaborate with the academic institution, and academic institution want to collaborate with the professional as well as industrial organization or foreign collaboration. Then commitment is very important, then only succeed. And another one is important for a success of individual person or the global business, positive thinking. Usually whoever fail because they are thinking negatively. Always, even the children in the university, they think they may fail the course or they can't get the merit because they are thinking. That's why they are failed or they are can't get. So a positive thinking, it's a success for anyone life or any organization. Then hard work. Here I think even I have noticed here, university also, there are people are hardworking. That's why you are success. Hardworking is very important. And firmness, we are the strong. Even some decision we are strong, and as well as we don't think we are hard, but we have to think about even soft also. That firmness, we have taken decision, we are to strong. We can't change the decision. Today one decision, morning and evening we can't have another decision. We have to analyze alternatives and find out a good decision. Then right or wrong, we have to be strong. Similarly, in the organization, managers also, even global business also, they are very strong their decision. And present need is invest on human capital. Even this organization, they haven't shown, disclose how much spend that they are even final account is how much money spent on human resource, especially at present human resource accounting. It's a concept that when they have a human resource accounting, they can show as a balance sheet. Then finally, TQM, total quality management, it's a very essential. Previously, we talked the quality end product. Now it's a TQM from the material to check that whether quality material, whether supplier are supplying a good material. Finally, that conclusion at this global challenge, we had to have policies and okay, it's a final that conclusion, especially policies institution must keep the pace as a technology change transform the world of business. We had to have a policy, we have organization or the country develop the policy. The foundation of digital infrastructure and digital literacy must be strengthened. The digital infrastructure, it's important. I understood that even in India, they have a digital infrastructure and digital literacy must be strengthened. Then investment in education and training must be boosted. That also I already noted. The labor market policy should be more forward looking, shifting the focus from seeking to protect the existing job to improving the worker ability to change the jobs. This continuation of innovations and development in transformative technology, artificial intelligence, then Internet of Things, IoT, and the virtual and the augmented reality, and the cloud computing, and blockchains and network and 5Gs are important. That economic outlook for most of the world doesn't look great in 2023. The inflation, it's a challenge, and subdued economic growth. Many industries are still plagued by supply chain issues caused by the COVID-19, and worse due to the war in Ukraine at present. This and stay afloat, companies need to improve this resilience. Finally, they bring the technology closer to the international process will be key differentiating factor in the business. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you very much, sir.
With the permission of the director, as we all know, before I propose the vote of thanks, we have got the sad news yesterday night of the sad demise of Professor Dr. J.F. Patil. He was the senior most economist and a well-known social scientist from Western Maharashtra. He has contributed to number of institution buildings, as well as he has contributed to the building of number of research scholars as well as individuals in the western part of Maharashtra. He had worked very closely with our founder director, Dr. A.D. Shinde. He was an academic advisor to us, and whenever we have some, we can develop academic development programs, our founder director as well as Dr. Hilge and Dr. Ranjit Shinde, the trustee, always took him to confidence and took guidance from him. So yesterday we were very sad to know the sad demise of Dr. J.F. Patil sir. So in his memory, we will have 2 minutes kind of silence. Thank you. Myself, Dr. T.V.G. Sharma, I am standing before you to propose the vote of thanks for this at the end of this inaugural session. First and foremost, I am extremely thankful to today's guest of honor, the keynote speaker, and the chief guest, Professor Dr. T. Mangaleswaran, from the Vice Chancellor of University of Vavuniya, Sri Lanka. First and we are very thankful to you that you have traveled all the way from Sri Lanka for meeting the people in CSIBER and especially Indians and expressing the warmth of our hospitality. You could have chosen a very easy route of being online, but I think in order to experience India as well as the hospitality of CSIBER, you took this chance and we are very grateful to you. At the same time, he has also given us a very good keynote address wherein he has actually extended the concept of globalization, where he says it is not just economic, but it is cultural and political globalization which is actually going on and which all businesses have to realize. He has also actually made a distinction between the traditional and contemporary paradigm shifts in the business world. Problems relating to the new technology, its adoption, have all been extensively highlighted by Professor Dr. T. Mangaleswaran. Thankful for your excellent ideas and the inputs which you have given during your keynote address. Secondly, I am also thankful to the second keynote speaker. In the order, it was Dr. Ronald O'Donnell. He was a clinical professor at College of Health Solutions, Arizona State University. He actually tried to blend a link between social work practice, the lifestyle, behavioral change, and the opportunity for the business worlds in the days to come. And he said that the institution which we are working here is the right place where behavioral health consultants can be actually developed. And these are the ideas he gave. Thank you to him also for giving us a very good idea about the business case for social workers and an integrated approach for healthcare and the concept of return on investment for social work practice. Thank you, sir, for your excellent, we can say, the speech and the integrated approach towards the education. We had the third international speaker, the third keynote speaker, Dr. Mohamoud Yusuf Muse, the President and Vice Chancellor of University of Hargeisa, Somaliland, Africa. He had given a very excellent idea about how there are good business opportunities for Indians in Somaliland. In a 30 minutes presentation, he gave us a very good idea about all these things. At the same time, we are also thankful to our managing trustee, Dr. R.A. Shinde, and Honorable CA Dr. Rishikesh Shinde sir, for always constantly supporting us in all our educational and academic endeavors. We are very, very proud that they are always confident about our abilities to conduct all these kind of academic programs. We are also thankful to Dr. V.M. Hilge sir, who being who takes always a keen interest on all these academic activities, and his enthusiasm to participate in conferences, I think you might have all witnessed it, and we had to limit his questions so that we are here on time. So thank you, sir, for always guiding us and giving us the right kind of a guidance. We are also thankful to Professor Sachin Daktab sir, who always tries to enlighten or tries to, we can say, play with his melodious flute. Always the program starts in cyber, and it sets a very good tone for all the programs. We are also thankful to all the research paper presenters and those who have contributed for publication of this particular journal, South Asian Journal of Management Research. On time, they have given all the research papers, so we were in a position to come out with this special issue of the journal of South Asian Journal of Management Research. I especially thank Dr. R.K. Kamath ma'am for coordinating this and making it possible to release this book on this very important occasion. Last but not least, I also thank the comparers, Dr. Shruti Jamsandekar ma'am and Dr. Ravi Kishore Kumar for effectively coordinating this entire inaugural session. So with the permission of the director, I can declare this inaugural session to be over with a good news that a very tasty lunch is waiting for you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.